Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly oracle card reading. And for this reading, I'm using my magical messages from the Fairies oracle cards. I just felt like using a deck that was really, really light, really fun, and this deck kind of called out to me. Okay, so let's get started with the first card. Now, the first card is going to represent Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. And this card says, your desire is within reach. Have faith as everything is working in your favor. So we're starting off the week on a really positive note. And this is just a reminder. And actually, I feel like it's come up because some of us watching probably are feeling frustrated that we may have been really focusing on either achieving something or making something happen in our lives, and it's not really panning out like we thought or as quickly as we wanted it to. So this card is really just a reminder that, you know, things are working out for you, and you may not be seeing the evidence of that yet, but you know, keep the faith because everything is going to work out in your favor. It may not work out in your favor in your specific time frame, or it may also not work out exactly as you picture it or imagine it, but things are working out. So that's just kind of a nice little sort of positive message at the beginning of the week, and it's just reminding you that you know, all that energy and effort that you've put out there, and you know, all your positive thoughts and visualizations and everything, it's having an effect, and it's just a matter of kind of being patient and staying the course. Moving on to the middle of the week, this card, this is an interesting one. I don't know if this has ever come up in a reading that I've done with this deck. This card says dietary change. Improve your diet and your life will also improve. And it's such a powerful card because food, you know, everything has a vibration, and food is one thing that really can affect our vibration or our energy levels and the kind of energy that we radiate and put out there. And you know, eating, and you'll notice this like when you eat something like that might be really heavy, like meat and cheese and stuff like that, it can kind of make you feel sluggish and tired, whereas eating something like fruit, you know, fresh vegetables has more of a high vibration, and it can be more energizing. Maybe not as satisfying as the meat and cheese, maybe not as delicious, but it has like a totally different energy and will make you feel different. And this isn't to say you should only eat super high vibration foods. What you actually want to do is have a balance, and ideally you want more high vibrational foods than low vibrational foods. And there's lots of books out there on this, and I mean, I'm thinking of like the raw food diet talks a lot about kind of the energy of food and stuff like that. But really this is about, I think it's more important for you to understand or determine what foods for you have a high vibration, what kind of foods lift you up and give you energy, and which kind of foods bring you down and, you know, make your energy lower, because it's going to be a little bit different for everybody. But this card I think has come up for you because it's saying that one of the missing things, something you may not have tried yet in your life, or you know, if you're working towards something or you're wanting something to happen, the one thing that you maybe haven't tried is dietary change. And it's kind of suggesting that you try this and approach changing your diet almost as kind of like a fun experiment. Don't think of it as like, oh, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. You know, think of it more as an experiment and see it as a way that you can kind of be creative in your life, and a way that you can connect to your body more and check in with your body and your energy levels in a way that's going to be kind of fun and creative. So I think that's a good way to approach dietary change. And then moving on to the end of the week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this card says spring. Your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. Well, that's kind of bad news because it's we're getting into summer, so that's that's kind of a long way off. I feel like this card actually has a different meaning. I don't think this is about, despite what the card says, I don't feel like that is actually the message with this card. I feel like the message with this card is more about the essence of spring. And I feel like when we get to the weekend, things kind of shift a little bit and certain things are going to bloom for you. So yeah, things are going to bloom, especially it could be like what you've been desiring for a while, something you've been working towards. Something is going to come into bloom for you in the weekend. And it may be, you know, you're just able to sit back and look at the fruits of your labor. Maybe certain opportunities present themselves, but there's definitely a shift in energy. And I like how it actually comes after dietary change, because I think that, you know, as human beings, we have this capacity to really blossom, like in the spring card. We have this capacity to really blossom under the right conditions, though. We can't just necessarily do it under any conditions. There needs to be right conditions. And dietary change is about creating those favorable conditions for kind of the essence of your being to unfold and blossom. And I just want to see if there's anything else I want to say about that. I also feel with the spring card there is a real sense of transformation. When I look at that, the butterfly that's in the top of the card, butterflies are about transformation. They're about going from, you know, a worm to, or a caterpillar to a butterfly. And I feel like there's this sense of transformation this week. There's this potential for transformation. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with the first card, which is about keeping the faith, being patient, staying positive, and then the second card, which is about dietary change. Now, this might also mean lifestyle change. It doesn't have to mean specifically dietary change. It could be lifestyle, so it could be, it could have to do with like exercising, just lifestyle changes as well, if dietary change doesn't really resonate with you. Okay, so I'm just going to take a quick step back and look at these cards. I love how the color scheme has gone from dark to medium to light. So I feel like there's like this lightening up. I feel like you may start the week actually feeling a little bit dark, like feeling kind of downtrodden, like, oh, things aren't working out, like, oh, it's so hard, I'm so frustrated. And as the week progresses, things kind of lighten up. And then when you get to the end of the week, things are very light and you have this totally different perspective. And it's like a shift. And I feel almost like that perspective is really illustrated in the little baby or the fairy that's in the flower. You know, she has a very childlike perspective and she's just like really taken with this butterfly. And I think that that's kind of what happens when we're feeling sort of down in the dumps. You know, we have almost like an older kind of jaded perspective, and then you know, if we take on that childlike perspective, sometimes it can really lighten things up. Okay, I'm just looking to see if there's anything else here. And I invite you as well to have a look at these cards and notice if there's anything that jumps out to you, anything that really stands out to you, any symbols that I maybe didn't talk about that you feel are important, and please feel free to give your own take on these cards and share any of your own observations in the comments below. Okay, I think that's about it. I'm actually curious about these pansies. I wonder what these pansies represent. I don't know. I know different flowers have different, you know, meanings and symbols and stuff, and I'm not sure what pansies represent. So if anyone knows, please let me know. Okay, so I just want to say thank you for sitting and watching this reading, and I hope you found something in this reading that was helpful to you. And my name is Kate. I'm from dailytarotgirl.com. You can check out my website for free tarot card spreads, tips, videos, tarot exercises, deck reviews, and all kinds of fun stuff. That's dailytarotgirl.com. So thank you so much for watching and have a lovely week.